On this video, I want to talk about no contact orders, and this is a question we get dozens of times every week, and it's a tricky thing to deal with. It's a tough thing to deal with, but I need to explain how it works and why we're by and large kind of powerless to do anything about it. So one thing that most folks don't understand is that the judges and the prosecutors, they're under oversight by these various state agencies, and so these agencies are investigating them. If they're doing something wrong, they can get in trouble. So you got to remember, the judges, the elected prosecutors, they're all politicians, and most of the assistant or deputy prosecutors, they also have political aspirations, or they want to do something with their future. So when an issue comes up and they're afraid that they're going to get in trouble, then they're going to do whatever they can to protect themselves. So right now, one of those things is whenever we have cases with any sort of domestic violence or any sort of battery or assault from one person against another, the judges and prosecutors want an automatic no contact order with all the victims. And it just goes automatically. It's hard to get it lifted. They're afraid to do it, and they don't want to be the one that lifts the NCO and then there's another violation and somebody else gets hurt. So here's the normal scenario that we have all the time. Man and a woman get in a fight. It's usually boyfriend and girlfriend, and there's some pushing and shoving, there's some blows. So girlfriend calls the cops. And what folks don't realize is right now at that moment when the cops are called, you lose complete control over what's going to happen. And sometimes the cops will arrest both people. Usually they're just going to arrest one, and it's usually the guy. So what they'll do is they'll arrest the guy, issue the charges, and then they put in an NCO where he can't talk to you and can't talk to the kids. So then a day later, she's cooled off. She doesn't want the NCO, and turns out it's not practical because they live together. Now he's having to waste money on hotels, and nobody wants it. So now she starts calling the police. They won't do anything to help her. She calls the prosecutor. They won't do anything to help her. She calls us, puts us in a weird spot because we're actually his lawyer and you're technically the victim, and it just kind of goes round and round. So the main thing we need to make folks aware of is that when there is a no contact order, it is very, very, very difficult to get rid of it. And being the defense lawyer, you got to remember, whoever's being accused of committing the crime, I represent the person accused of committing the crime. So when I file a motion with an affidavit or whatever by the alleged victim, it's not going to carry much weight with the judge. And we can get some information to you. It depends on the particular judge, the particular case, how they'll handle it in certain situations. But the short answer is, whenever you're dealing with a case with domestic battery or assault battery, in anything like that where somebody hit somebody else or scared somebody else, you need to plan on that no contact order being in place the whole time the case is proceeding. So I'm not going to say that there's never going to be a situation where we can't get it dissolved, but it's very, very hard to get rid of those NCOs, and it's something folks just need to get ready for.